Hi there, my name is Dana Logan. I'm an orthopedic physical therapist. What I'm going to show you in this video are some exercises that you can do to help support your hips if you're doing a lot of walking or running outside. So all you need is a place on the ground. You don't need any other equipment. You're going to come onto your hands and knees. I'm going to take you through one set of these exercises on one side, and what I'd recommend is that you repeat 2 sets on each side. So the first thing you're going to do is get into a nice stable quadruped position, which is on all fours. Don't lock your elbows out, a little cushion in your elbows, and you're going to pull your belly button in towards your spine. You're going to take one leg, and you want to keep your pelvis square to the ground. You're going to bring your leg out to the side, turn, so your knee goes up to the ceiling, and back down. So the knee goes out, you're going to turn your foot up towards the ceiling, and back down. And you're going to go around in a circle, like this, for a nice hip strengthening and mobility exercise. And it's very important to make sure that you're not leaning to the side and opening your hips. So your pelvis should stay very square to the ground, and you move through the range of motion that you're able to move through. This should not cause any pain. We're going to do 2 more. Very good. 1 more. And then you're going to switch directions. So you're going to start down, and your foot goes right to the ceiling. You open up and back your knees together. So first, sole of the foot to the ceiling, open to the side and back down. Good. Remember to keep your stomach muscles engaged so your spine is supported. Good. Very good controlled movements. I'm starting to feel the burn, and you're going to feel it in both hips too. The glute of the leg that's stable on the ground is definitely working. Let's go for 1 more. Very nice. Give yourself a little shake out, wag the tail. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is for your hip flexors. It's an isometric hold. So you're going to bring one leg, you can start with it out, you're going to bring it in. And so it's just hovering on the ground. You're going to use your opposite hand to your knee, and it's like you're driving your knee into your hand, and your hand is meeting the resistance. So you're going to hold that for about 3 seconds, pretty hard, and then release. And release. Good. Push, release. Push, release. Keep your stomach muscles tight. And this is getting into some of the hip flexors, which work quite a bit when you're running. Good. 3 more. 2 more. Release. 1 more. And release. Good. Now you're going to extend that leg behind you. Lock in the stomach muscles so the back is stable. And then you're going to bring your leg with your knee extended up behind you. And what you're going to do is just gently bring your leg slightly across midline and out to the side with your toes directed down to the ground. And you don't want a lot of side bend or movement in your spine. This should be coming just from your hip. Very good. We're going to go for a set of 10. That was 5. Good. 2 more. It's important to stabilize the muscles in your glutes and your hips when you're running, so you protect all your joints, all of your joints in your hip and your knee. Okay, the last thing you're going to do is come onto what's called a tall kneeling position. I'm by a wall because I need a little bit of support for balance for this one. You're going to put one leg in front of you, and you're going to just kind of tighten the glute of that leg. You're not really going to push forward. You're just going to stay stable so your shoulders are stacked on your hips and your hips over your knee. And then I'm going to reach around and grab my foot like I'm giving myself a quad stretch. I'm going to hold this position, and then what I'm going to do is really activate my hamstring and try to take my hand away, and I'm going to try to hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. If you're cramping, you can let it down. 3, 2, 1. And you can see that's really hard for me. My foot kind of goes down to the ground. The goal is to be able to hold that position for that 10 seconds. We're gonna try that 2 more times. Whew, this one's tough for me. So I'm gonna hold, I'm gonna take my hand away, and I'm really gonna try to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and take it down. And then I'm gonna do one more. And if your hamstring is really cramping when you're doing this, just release and work to build to that 10 seconds. Okay, here we go. Take my hand away. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I'm gonna relax, and then what I'm gonna do is just try to actively bend my knee 10 times through as much range of motion as I can. 6. And I would recommend you doing this on the other side, and then even repeating a second set. If you're doing a lot of running, try to incorporate these exercises about 2 or 3 times a week, either on the days you're running or your off days, really whenever you have time. But it's good to help support your hips, your hamstrings, your glutes when you're doing a lot of running. So this is a nice complementary set of exercises for you to do. All right, have fun with your runs.